Hello, improvers. Justin Winstead, the improver coach, coming to you. And hey, I want to talk to you about a topic today that we've all dealt with, and it is this idea of the old pulling against the new and just the tension and stress that can create. I thought about this the other day when I was walking our two dogs. I've got one older dog who's on up in years, and she's probably in her last phases of life, unfortunately, and she is a Shiba Inu, if you're familiar with that brand. And then my other dog is a 14-week-old golden retriever. And man, energy levels are polar opposites right now. And as I'm on this walk recently, I've got a leash in each hand, and we call Lucy the Shiba. We call her old lady sometimes. And old lady is like just dragging up the rear. She's coming from behind ever so slowly. Meanwhile, the new golden retriever puppy, Sandy, she's just pulling me forward, and I'm literally on the sidewalk in our neighborhood, and I'm stretched out arm to arm as much as I can go, and there's no extra room left. It's so much tension there. And it hit me that, like, man, we deal with this sometimes where you've got something new in life that's pulling you one way, but then you got this other thing pulling you another way. And the other thing you're more familiar with, it's been around longer and you're more comfortable with it. And this new one is just like, wait, it's unpredictable, but it's still kind of exciting and fun. And there's just tension between that. And sometimes we struggle with what do we do with that tension? What's the best way to navigate it? So this might look like you going to a new job or moving to a new home or having a new relationship that comes into your life. This could be you hiring on new team members or getting a promotion at work. And so you've got this new thing that seems kind of exciting and interesting and fun, and that's where all the energy and focus is going. But yet there's still a lot of stuff pulling you back the other way, and it's hard to know, well, which parts do I let go of and hang on to, and which parts do I reach forward on, and there's tension there. This happened whenever I bought the house we live in now. We've been in it about 4 years now, and I can remember when we first got in, I just really wanted it to feel like home as quickly as possible. And so I worked really hard, really frantically to just get all the to-dos done. And it was just insane the amount of work I did in a short time period to try to get the home feeling like home. And so the good thing is got a lot of stuff checked off the list, and it was just focus on it intensely and get the thing the way I wanted it to be. So the house, in one sense, that was a win. The problem was that it came at the expense of family dynamics, my relationship with my wife. There's a lot of stress that was there. Physically, it was really taxing on it. It created a lot of stress. It was distracting in other really important areas of life as well. So what would have been a better way for me to have handled that? What would be a better way for you to go into something new and let go in a healthy way of the something old? What's the right way to think about it? And I want to give you a couple little tips here. One tip, and they're both dealing with time, but one tip is to slow the timing of your actions and your pace down. If you rush into a new situation and you're just rush, and it's all fast and it's all high speed and high energy, you are almost always going to make mistakes. Haste makes mistakes, but especially in new circumstances and new environments. So be mindful of your own RPMs, the speed and the timing of which you encounter this new thing and how fast you're acting on it. Are you just reacting to what's going on, or are you being intentional with that? If you're not slowing down enough to be careful, you can go in and ruin new things before you've actually had a chance to evaluate the best way forward. And that was certainly the case in my house that I got in. Is my haste of making decisions. I made really poor purchases. I nailed things in the wall that shouldn't have been nailed in certain places. And you're supposed to measure twice and cut once. Well, I was doing the opposite just because I was in a hurry. So be patient, slow down. If you've got a new job, if you're in a new relationship, if you've moved to a new place, slow down, pray, meditate, make sure you're taking time to walk, to breathe. Don't put too much on your plate. The second thing I would say is an internal thing. So if the first one is external and it has to do with the timing of your actions and the pace at which you're working, this other one would be more internal in how you're setting expectations and how big of a hurry you're in to see certain results, to expect it to be a certain way. See, part of my problem with our home when I bought it was that I wanted it to feel like home immediately. And I erroneously thought that if I went out and purchased a lot of things and did a lot of stuff, that it would just feel like home. And that was a bad expectation, and I set myself up for failure. And we do this in leadership and with people. Whenever we come into a new relationship and we expect them to already know what we like and know how we think and know who we are, well, that's unfair to the other person because there's just not enough time for that to have developed. If you go into a new position at work and you think, well, I'm going to produce at the same level I produced at my old position at immediately, you're setting yourself up for failure because you have to give yourself time on that. So if you want to more proficiently navigate new situations and make better transitions from old to new and help manage that tension, slow down your pace on the outside, but also give yourself more reasonable expectations on the inside. And that's going to help you to win better and to have true improvement where new situations are actually better situations. I'm Justin with the Improver Group. Let me know if I can help you. See you on the next video.